Hello everybody, and welcome to Hands of the Killer. This is the sequel to Voice of the Killer, which is a game we've covered previously, and it is the second game in the Of the Killer series, which I plan to cover on this channel. That in mind, despite what the visual style entails, we are playing, in fact, a horror game, so buckle in. If I remember correctly, the first game, we were hired to work at a call center, and it turned out that call center was filled with murderers, and they were using the calls to figure out who to murder, ? But it turned out we were accidentally helping a bunch of murderers. So here we are with the sequel. Oh, and I think we got fired after a trippy dream sequence where we ate a bloody tongue. Yeah. And let us begin the second. I wake up one night to a horrible scream outside my window. It sounds like the killer is at it again. We just do not care. The moon is high, but I'm feeling restless. The apartment block's protective shutters have gone down for the night. Maybe a walk around is what I need. Honestly, I never feel tired at night. I am highly nocturnal by nature. BB's report. Note on the strange mask. Recently, strange masks have begun appearing in the city. What's with these masks? Nobody wants to talk about them, in my opinion, and I guess that's me falling asleep. What, you wrote out that you're falling asleep? Progress on my new Zion remains slow, as I keep falling asleep in the middle of the sentences. On the other hand, the effort was kind of funny. Is this what it means to be new wave? Oh yeah, we were like wanting to write a zine. Oh god, I feel old knowing what a zine is. Let's check out the rest of our apartment.
BB, is that you? I think we're running low on merchandise for the online store.
My sister Zizi is still hard at work. Her hours have become increasingly irregular since she started using the internet every day. She says it makes her smarter, but at what cost? Retro Zone.
If you're already awake, could you run for some supplies?
Using forbidden knowledge, Zizi discovered we could pay the rent by putting mysterious items up for sale online. I'm in charge of inventory, which means my job is grabbing them beforehand. Fort Doll, Mrs. Doubtfire VHS. None of them are selling. We have 3 of them. Plastic thing. I don't even know what that was meant to be. Fake plant sold out. Rubber eyes sold out. Mask sold out. Horrible lamp sold out. Okay. But nobody seems to guard these things or pay attention when they're lost. Who's buying them? How do they have any value?
I told you, that's just the economy. No one ever said it had to make sense. Just keep an eye out for any old meanie babies while you're out there.
Wow, this most exciting new sense of direction in life can only come via attaining a career. So we do have a sister, her name is Zizi. Okay. I'm just remembering that because I guarantee that we'll probably see her again in the series. I love the Splatterman thing. Aside from the night noises, this part of the city has many amenities. The rooms here are cheap because of all the murders. Unfortunately, rent is due all the same. So, New York? I didn't explore the rest of my room. No, go back. So, wait. We're just at our house. We didn't even accidentally go where the murders are. Another reason for the cheap rooms is the antiquated security system. Far beneath today's superior anti-murder technology, this elevator will be unusable till morning. The shutters are scored and pitted on both sides with knife marks. Wow! Wait. I guess that's people getting trapped. Never mind. I was like, wait, does that mean the murderer has tried to go after the shutters? But then it's like, no, I think that's just people upset they're trapped. I love how everyone's doors are boarded up. Every week, someone leaves one of these flyers in the hall. I often wonder what it is about this town that leads to such a weird advertising sensibility. Grabbers Moving Company? We'll, take you away. Oh boy. I can hide? ? No. I don't know if we'll need to. Last time it was mostly a walking sim, but things did go down. This is weirdly chill. The television is playing a foreign drama, but I can sort of work out what's meant to be happening. This feels scandalous. Whoa, camera, what are you doing? I got teleported back to my room. Huh. Friendly reminder, owners not liable for what happens in the tunnels. Okay. A soft vibration runs through the floor of the laundry room. None of the other residents are around at this hour, but all the washers are in use, day and night. I never lived in an apartment building. Well, no, strike that. I did. I've lived in 2 apartment buildings, one before I can remember, and one when I was very young, like earliest in my memory timeline. But I was so young, I didn't have to think about, you know, laundry and stuff, and I have no idea how my parents did the laundry. Maybe I should ask them. How did you guys do laundry when you lived in an apartment? I don't know. They just happened. Through the window of the washer, I can see a kind of grayish, pulpy sludge turned indefinitely by the big spinners. I guess someone wants it very clean. Ew. So wait, they literally just leave it running? I've never been able to find out who pulled off the tunnel cover to start with, although the joke is that the owners thought it would be cheaper than building a fire escape. The air from inside is inviting and cool. And it's where the murderers definitely get past the security. Alright, let's go. Oh no. Oh no. Can't go back? How did I even get here? Sorry, BB. Is this the day you get murdered? Again? I think... No, wait, I know. I don't think you got murdered in any of the failed states of the first game, but... It's been a while. Can't look up or down as far as I can tell. Feel like I'm in a Nickelodeon cartoon, but I'm waiting for a murder to happen. I climbed out into some kind of storeroom. Dead moths under my feet. The clothes here look to be around 20 years old, which is not enough, so I have to go deeper. Okay. Weren't you talking about mask being found in the streets? And before anyone says anything, I am physically unable of saying the word mask in the plural, okay? Get over it. But yeah, wasn't there mask outside that we were talking about? Like in the murder scenes and all that? At this point, I feel I should explain something about the nature of the building. Yeah, you probably should. Like many cities, this one underwent many changes over the years. There was an industrial period, a retail period, a service period, etc., until gradually the things it manufactured became too abstract and indecipherable to easily be summarized in any way. I still hope to find out what they are myself someday. Anyway, with each change in the economy, the building was adapted to a new shape, new rooms added or closed off, each layer draped piecemeal over the last, to form new spaces where opportunity might live. Speaking of which, ZZ says the sweet spot for nostalgia material is 30 to 40 years old, or old enough to smell like death. I think the internet is accelerating her tendencies towards the gothic. Personally, I've always been more about true crime. That's because you live true crime. Anyway. Where am I? I displaced some spiders and rummage in the box. Result, 3 copies of Patch Adams on VHS, a jigsaw puzzle with a picture of a boat, miscellaneous plastic shit. I don't feel like carrying any of it back. The search goes on. Well, you don't want to watch Patch Adams on VHS? Oh, God. If I remember right, the real doctor was insulted by that movie. When I pick up the Bort doll, it's Bort! A layer of greasy rubber skin comes off and sticks to my hands. The bulbous eyes rolls crazily about. No good to sell, but maybe could be scavenged for parts. I make a mental note. Goodbye, Bort. I grew up on The Simpsons during its good years, so I have a soft spot for it. Unfortunately, it's absolutely terrible nowadays. Don't watch it nowadays. Wow. Box of knives, barely used, a t-shirt reading Blomby Dog, an abstract plastic toy with horribly detailed rubber feet that's covered in tufts and synthetic hair. A clothes rack seems to contain nothing but denim overalls with a smiling clown embroidered decal. They're covered with a soft layer of translucent mold that seems to be coming from the clown. Ew. I love the idea of just building things on top, new buildings on top of old buildings so completely that the old buildings are intact underneath. That's actually a really interesting idea. Another box. This one says stickies and shows a smiling woman being encased in green slime. It's being held tightly shut with electrical tape. The eyes. I keep looking through the heaps, a clear plastic pyramid with a racing car inside, a pile of cassette tapes with the insides pulled out and knotted together, a copy of Steely Dan live at the Gibbous. I push onwards. I mean, I would assume in a place like this, all that's left is things nobody wants. Like, this place would be raided real early, I would think. That looked like these look like men in things. Make sure they all don't have feet. Speaking of feet, I guess those are hands. So far, tonight's pickings have been slim, so I keep moving and gradually find myself in a place I've never been before. The corridors are narrow and still feel lived in somehow. The rooms get closer and clutter more deliberate. Actually, I think I would, outside of the creeper factor, I would love to live in a place like this and just kind of scavenge whenever I feel like. Though I'd be afraid of being murderized. Flyers for a local bingo night have been left in the hall. Is Bingo the name of the dog? A potted plant that's still alive. Old but well-used office supplies don't have too much dust. I hear soft whispering behind the walls. Did we accidentally stumble into someone's house? That looks like the way forward. That also looks like the way forward. This part feels like a waiting room, but there's no one else around. Fresh magazines have been left on the couches. Who are they expecting here exactly?
Is your name Donald Duck?
No.
I've got it. In that case, you must be Mickey Mouse.
No.
If your name's not Mickey Mouse, then you must be Donald Duck. Don't waste my time with insults to my intelligence. Anyway, come on inside.
Did I just get murdered? No, don't kidnap me. I'm not worth anything monetarily.
Was this? Why? It's my first strangle victim now, circa 1971. In surprisingly good condition. I did believe we'd used up the last of them sometime before. I wonder where they found it.
What? I'm not a doll.
Really? You're dressed very similarly, though.
Holy shit.
Please help.
BB, did you know this?
I'm a real person. Help.
BB, why did you style yourself after this? A stupid coincidence.
Oh, they were a wonderful toy. If you opened up the torso, they had little plastic innards, and if you stood on their throats, their eyes would really bulge. Sometimes I think that's what first put me on the path of pure research, before administrative duties began to take up all my time. In truth, it makes little difference, as like everybody in the college, I lost the ability to distinguish people from dolls some time ago.
Oh god, deep cuts.
I wonder why I'm talking to a toy. Old age. Soon I'll ask a member of staff to come in and carve off the skin, or the coating, or what have you, and we can figure out what lies inside. The path of pure research is long. In the meantime, there are committee meetings. Goodbye, goodbye.
Wait, this is a college? College of what? Luckily, they seem to have a very abstract notion of how knots work. But I guess that's academia for you. I better vamoose. I try to keep track of how far I've been carried, but lost count around the 11th flight of stairs. From the window, the town has a poster card aspect, like the view from a penthouse. Has my fashion sense really been ripping off an obscure and horrible doll line all these years? Is nothing new under the sun? They look too mutilated to be worth anything, so I guess the terrible secret dies with them. I love how even now I'm like, can I sell this? I hear a drilling noise of breaking glass and everything smells like sawdust and wet paint, a feeling like a work in progress. Something tells me I should stay out of people's way. Am I in the college of being murderized? Or murderizing? The elevator shutters rusted shut, but at least I'm still in the network of the same antique security system? The buttons on the panel look like they've been melted down by acid. So I'm in the same building, I'm just on a weird floor. I love all the cats. Cat wallpaper. What are these? Are these mannequins? What are these? I can get coffee like in the first game. Is this a teacher's lounge? Anatomical diagrams crudely painted with astrology symbols are scattered around the desk and walls, along with ashtrays and moldy, weeks-old coffee. Ew. What do you mean you don't chug your coffee immediately? Camera, what's happening? Oh, it's a bookcase. Don't follow me. Ah! Posters on the wall for a school production.
Boy, it's been a while since I got my hands dirty with one of you things. Now let me think. Is this, Phillips?
Oh god. I guess this means I died? Oh no, I'm right here. I can steal my way to freedom! That was the best death screen. Horrible noise of splitting plastic, screaming and breaking can be heard coming from behind the door, which I resolve to firmly stay on this side of. Oh god, where do I go? Posters on the wall, school production of Melmo the Wanderer. Welcome to Bon Venon. The demonstration apartment has been carefully set up for you to practice new techniques as though in the wild. Please restore all equipment to the proper place after using. Oh, wait a minute. This is the apartment where they practice murder? Oh, God, no. Oh, no. Oh, BB, you gotta get the fuck out. While maintaining window ledges and ladders just out of sight allow easy access. Try softly tapping the window from the outside until someone comes to throw open the curtains for extra effect. The uncanniness of the intrusion will also buy more time. Oh no, I gotta get out. Oh no! I don't know why this is getting to me so well. This hits a nerve. You know, the first one I also liked, but this one just hits a nerve in terms of like dark humor. I love it. Ideally, a murder with a dynamic interplay of elements. Here, the passivity of the sleeping victim is aesthetically offset by a needless disproportion of knife violence. Remember your ABCs. Always be Katabin. Okay. I need to get out of here. Not just like the building, I need to get out of this room. Okay, it spit me back. Where is semi-safe? How about here? Oh no. This room's full of crude homemade machines made of junk that's creaking and shifting. I'm not sure how any of them are meant to work. Everything's just heaps of knives and balsa wood. Looks like I'm in shop class. Oh god. I love this is like the chaotic feel that they're trying to get here. Oh, I didn't even see him. They just kind of sneak out. I'm back here at the... Oh, fuck, it's the same guy. Excuse me, pardon me. Can I sprint? No. Oh. Yeah, new area. Boy, they really went all out on renovating this place. Beneath the wallpaper, outlines of sealed doorways can be seen. Decades of staff rotas peel off the walls as I move by. Saw history in the body of a murdered convict, while a Sebfail saw it in a decapitated king. Creating history is the duty of all murderers. Creating history is the duty of all murderers, and in the tools they hack with, we see the reflection. What? To come the perfect murderers. Pages of pages of rambling text on moldering and discolored paper has been stuck on the walls of what looks like to be ketchup. The academic job market takes another toll. Photographs mark in the inauguration of the college on the evening of the Great Vision. What's the point of portraits when everyone is wearing a mask? Excellent point.
My goodness, what's this? Having survived the workshops of necessity, I now find myself stranded in the new world of the aesthetic. Such are the thoughts of the general public as they make their cautious entrance into history.
Oh no. I could see this being the actual mentality of murderers, is like, oh, it's... Even though we're murdering people, it's probably a good thing because we're creating history. Yeah, no, that's not how that works. You know how many murdered people are forgotten and how many murderers are forgotten? Here's a hint. Vast majority of them. Like every other thing on planet Earth, a vast majority of you will be forgotten. And that's not even getting into the whole once the human race is gone thing. Anyway, what was I doing?
The central ideas in an age must be nurtured after all. Paint and wood are nasty materials by which they attain the heat to thrive. Why waste time kicking down the doors? The House of Art has many windows.
Oh, wow. What does that say? Bloody... Bloody... Bloody knife arm. The central, are we on a set? Oh, there's a dude. Excuse me, pardon me. into the art gallery here. Oh dear.
The metaphors of chopping and carving embodied in sculpture are too trite to be of use. We find instead our purpose in an art of brilliant monuments, to kill people in the shadow of, you know, classicism.
In our video lab, we can covertly influence the culture by filming our death fantasies and releasing them as commercial horror films. Our Bloody Night franchise has sold thousands of copies!
Bloody Night? Aren't those the shitty direct-to-video horror films that everyone watches to make fun of?
Everybody, what now?
Why is this getting to? I love these games way more than I probably should. Excuse me, pardon me. Music room?
Sound sculpture masks the sounds of...
Sound sculpture masks the sound of distance. Fuck.
Sound sculpture masks the sound of distant screams, approaching steps. As such, I believe they will be very popular. Of course, ultimately such noises are the foundation of a far greater symphony, but there is no shame in being midwife to a dream.
Can art be a murder weapon? My thesis project will finally resolve this ancient question. Using pattern and form, it overwhelms and then destroys the subject's own sense of psychic and physical coherence.
It just feels like a stupid music video. Oh god. Oh no. She's right, I'm just in a stupid music video. Can I just slip out? Is this the way out? No, that's a corner. What in the world is that noise? It's like, those fake chomping teeth you see in movies, but I've never seen in real life. Probably because they seem like something that would be recalled.
Well, an experiment is just as valuable when it fails. That style decoration is sure to be popular in the new regime, as people will want something interesting to look at as they're waiting to be killed. Please adjust your portfolios accordingly.
Okay. I came out of the door of the set. Okay. Oh no, stab it in the eye. Don't do that. That's mean.
The new age will be theatrical, and thus we stand to learn from theater. An empty space menaced by ominous facade. The fourth wall is the entrance to an alleyway, the length of which extends through all time. Think of the new buildings we'll need to have alleyways like these.
So they're talking as if they're starting the new world or whatever, but it's based around murder, so... The calm study nestles in the middle of the horrible murderer compound. Respectable leather-bound tomes line the walls. An aura of property seems to muffle all sound. I think my nose is bleeding. Copies of the owner's publications, including Introduction to the Western Canon, Advanced Studies in the Western Canon, Whatever Happened to the Western Canon, and the Western Canon Rocks Out, abridged edition for teens and study groups. Okay. A picture of the hooded man I met when I woke up. The prestigious Dr. Zhu wows attendance at an academic soiree with his all-embracing knowledge of the cultural world.
I wonder, is it sentimental I held on to all of the aspects of my old career, but I always wanted to live inside it too. Talking doll, you've been wandering around the pieces of the world that was. Wouldn't you like a visit to the world that is to come?
Yeah, please don't murder me, sir.
The interest of homicide has always been symbolic. Real death has no consequence and in fact is rather quiche. What matters is the new world we can glimpse in this idea. What is the utopia of murder?
I'm pretty sure the whole bit of utopia, one of the core aspects of a utopia is not being murdered. I feel that that's one of the core aspects of society as a whole, is not being murdered, so... Ah, shit. Please don't murder me. Real fake door.
The sun and the moon, knives, ropes, buildings, clouds, still streets, and the dark blue fields. A trembling and horrible suspense that envelops all things, changing them completely while leaving them unchanged. The new world will need laws and art. We can teach them to be the hand that guides the knife, the hands of the killer. Did you know I saw him once? It was a night like this. I knew my life would have to change.
Wait, you were almost a murder victim and then you became a murderer? That's what I'm getting from this?
The most beautiful feeling I know is being able to see history unfolding, seeing yourself at the crest of that wave. A new world emerges from the coffin of the old. I have seen the world's spirits splitting open ahead.
Like, yeah, but not literally. You're not supposed to see that literally.
Where are you? My eyesight is quite bad these days. I haven't moved like this for quite a while. None of us tend to leave campus these days. You know how it is. As you think and the thickets grow denser.
I can still hear the flat droning voice behind me, but these corridors seem quieter, more familiar. I could swear I once found a lost cache of troll dolls inside one of these rooms. Alright, so we're getting closer to what's familiar. Oh yeah, this looks a lot similar to what we were before. Oh wait, does that mean they have access to my, This door is locked but looks more maintenance-y than the others. A sticker on the door says, "Unseal the hallway access panel." Am I near the location of the long-lost air conditioner controls? So we do seem to be getting close. Does this mean that they have access to my apartment? There's a lever on this, so it's probably the thing that opens the door. I'm getting sick and tired of being chased by murderers all the night, and I'm not going to look into this any further. Ah, fuck.
Who's there? Ah, it's you. My goodness, the years have hardly altered you at all. Mr. Killer, I know you get this a lot, but I'm a huge fan of your work. I would truly like to see it get the critical attention it deserves. Have you ever considered co-authoring a paper?
Oh, God. Does this mean we're about to be chased by an even worse murderer? Hey. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we just, oh no. Oh no. We just unleashed a way worse murderer. This ain't good. This ain't good at all. BB's report epilogue. After finding my way inside the vent, I was able to get back to the apartment without any further incident, although all night long, strange noises echoed through the pipes. The next morning, we totaled up the day's haul. Result, assorted pogs, and a pamphlet that must have been placed in my pocket somehow. I thought the pamphlet might have been worth something, but ZC says there are copies lying around inside the bus station for free. Damn. Night school? A frightening world's an interesting world to be in. Wide variety of classes, something trade, and pogs. Press escape to close the report. And that was Hands of the Killer. Let me get back to the menu real quick. But yeah, this was Hands of the Killer. I liked it. It's a lot more chaotic than the first one, but a lot easier to follow. And I do like the setting idea of like things being built on top of other things on top of others. I've seen that a few times before, but never done in a dark comedy like this. Normally it's either very cynical or it's like fantastical. So it's interesting to see it in a horror setting with the dark humor going on. I do like how in the ending we killed the hypothetical murderers with a real murderer, just kind of a stab at the at how academia tends to overinflate things. I don't know if that was intentional. That's what I got out of it. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it there for today. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Please, join me next time. We're definitely going to be playing more of this series. I'm very much enjoying it. And bye-bye!